Hi Leo, welcome to your reading. This is a general reading for the sign of Leo, sun, moon, rising, or any other planet in the sign of Leo for the dates of October 21st through November 20th, 2017. So, here's your general energy. There's a lot going on in this spread, to be honest. Positive. A lot, and it's positive. It's a transitionary energy, specifically having to do with your home and your home life. It's good. It's related to what I've been seeing for you guys in a very forward momentum way. So that's cool. More future oriented, transitioning into a new phase type of thing. There's a sense of inflexibility in a way, or just a very sure sense of what you're doing and an idea for what you're doing, right? And it's definitely a doing energy. It's definitely what you're doing, right? What you're doing to make your future better, to make your specifically, I'm seeing home life or something very close to you, right? What you're doing to make it better, what you can do to make it better, thinking about what you can do to make it better type of thing. And maybe a hyper focus on that kind of thing. There is this stability energy, or a very earthy energy in part of it. So you may be either connecting with somebody or somebody's or something that have that very earthy, grounded kind of energy, or it may be a part of yourself that you're kind of stretching and exercising a little bit, right? A little bit more work oriented, and like I said, it's a doing energy. It's a what the heck's the word? What's the word? It's productive. It's whatever. I can't think of the word. It's you doing something, right? Putting in work and putting in effort forth. And there's definitely some, I'm getting the success card here and this 9, which is very much having to do with, God, I cannot find my words. Wow, I really can't find my words. Not sleepiness. I keep wanting to say sleepiness. It's not a sleepiness. Contentment. Sleepiness. It's a contentment energy, right? It's things feeling good, being happy with the way that things are, and specifically on a comfort level, and maybe a physical comfort, but could be a mental comfort kind of thing too, right? A feeling of being at peace a little bit. And there may be some inner child healing going on, or some emotional healing going on, or emotional cleansing, or that kind of thing, right? Just kind of, as I said, it's a transitionary thing. So as you transition into one thing, you're transitioning out of something else, and feeling that it's things that are really having to do with your emotions and your mental health and that kind of thing. So yeah, and I'm getting a lot of 3s in this spread in a pretty heavy way, and I'm kind of getting a sense that it's almost like this, like 3 as opposed to 2 energy, if that makes any sense. Probably not, because I haven't explained it yet. But it's like as opposed to having just, being in synergy with just kind of like one other element, and back and forth between that other element. It's a more well-rounded kind of balance. It's still a balance, but it's a little bit of a different kind of balance, and it may be maybe also somebody interpreting or rethinking what rethinking relationships and that kind of thing, or rethinking what balance really is, and coming up with a little bit more of a nuanced maybe idea of it, or perception of those kinds of things. And yeah, well-rounded. I'm also seeing a lot of a very like wide and kind of pretty autumnal kind of range of colors, and kind of this idea that it's whatever's going on, this transition that's happening in some area of your life is going to be affecting kind of every area of your life, right? It's going to be either sort of a domino effect type of thing, or it's just something that has been running through your entire life that's gonna start to create some changes in a holistic kind of way. So really positive. That's nice. There is, as I said, the one little thing that, and this isn't really necessarily negative, but there's some I don't even see it as negative at all, actually, to be honest. But just this sort of stubbornness, right, and a sort of a disregard maybe for some other people in your environment. It may be negative, or it may just be a sort of a strength in what you're doing, right? A sureness in yourself. So yeah. I'm definitely seeing a shift. I'm definitely seeing an opening. I'm seeing passing of some negative influences and vibrations and things like that, and a sort of a coming into this new energy is a sense of like true newness and creativity and new thought and opening of perspective and that kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, it's an opening, and it's a stabilizing, and it's a renewing kind of vibe. So that's cool. Hopefully I haven't gone over my record time. I don't think I have. I'm going to pick these cards up and put some more cards down and come back with some advice for you guys, and I will be right back. Okay, Leo. I'm back with your advice. Let's see. So they definitely want you to stay away from these things, like, just give you a list of things. Being avoidant, disappearing, becoming defensive, frustrated, or I should say, giving in to an urge to be defensive, right? Getting frustrated, putting up walls, putting up emotional barriers, bottling up your emotions, being really too kind of forceful and being a bit of a bully, maybe. Things that are reactions to having unpleasant emotions, basically. This sounds strange, but I want to say, like, be a mediator between your emotions and yourself, right? Like, you want to deal with your emotions, not just like block them out. Also, not let them kind of control you, because if you do block them out, they will control you, basically. You want to take care of them. You want to acknowledge them. Do whatever you have to do to kind of work through them, whether that's on your own or with somebody, right? Whether you might need to see somebody and talk to somebody or something like that. But you definitely want to kind of deal with your emotions and allow them to exist, and figure out what they mean and what you can do with them, and how you can heal them rather than ignoring them, kind of thing. And to remember this concept of a holistic, nuanced kind of view of things, and stay away from this black and white kind of just good, bad, double, like, the two thing. Remember 3 and not 2. But yeah, so a more well-rounded kind of creative and useful to you idea of the way things should be, and less preconceived, less, as I said, black and white, that kind of thing, right? Because again, this is not just like an easy thing, which I'm sure you know. I probably don't have to tell you, right? But so there could be some frustrations that come with it, and some feelings of regret or giving up or anything like that, or slipping back into things or anything like that. They really want you to take care of it the right way, kind of. And as I said, that does not include putting up emotional walls and barriers and being defensive and being closed off and ignoring your feelings and ignoring perhaps the feelings of other people. You know what I mean? You want to be in tune with all that kind of stuff. You want to be in tune with what's actually going to work, right? Not just with placating your fears and that kind of thing. So yeah, they really want you to stay present, stay engaged, stay grounded, but not in a closed off way, right? In a stable way, but not in a hardened way or anything like that. They want you to be, present, as I said. Present and paying attention and really fulfilling your sort of obligation to yourself, right? I shouldn't say obligation, but which, by the way, I thought of the other word I was trying to think of, and it was proactive. Anyways, your I guess whatever obligation to yourself, or your, you just want to do good by yourself. But and do it in a way that's going to be lasting and real, and is not just kind of becoming overwhelmed and that kind of thing. So I kind of, part of me, I think I might lay some more cards down. So yeah, I am going to lay some more cards down for you guys. So let me pick these up and whatever, do my thing, turn the camera off, turn it back on. I'll be right back. Again. Okay, so I don't usually go much farther than I usually do. No, I don't usually pull like more cards. Like I don't just continue to pull cards just because for these general readings, because they're general readings. Like if I'm doing a personal reading, I typically will continue to kind of pull cards, ask questions, pull cards, and that kind of thing, just to gain more and more clarity, whatever. But because it's general reading, I don't usually do that, but I just wanted to. So I did. So what I asked was for them to give us some clarity on ways that you can go about facing your emotions and dealing with them and that kind of thing, right? In a physical, environmental sense, and then within your kind of self. And the answer that I received has to do with, of course, environmentally going somewhere and being around people and that kind of thing, or somebody who you can feel authentic around, right? Somewhere where you can feel like yourself, even if it's not your best self. You want to kind of you want to, in your environment, be places where you can express those emotions, those negative emotions, express your fears, express your, your dark sides and that kind of thing, and get them out and deal with them, externalize somewhere where you're safe to externalize them a little bit more and express them. And then within yourself to be, read between the lines. Sorry, I took notes. I don't know. I also never take notes, so I don't know. Maybe take some notes. Active, proactive, creative, and reading between the lines, right? More of that nuanced stuff. More of that remaining kind of a little bit more objective, but also staying on the move kind of thing. Just continuing to kind of move, right? Within yourself. Not stagnate, right? But be still sure within yourself and continue to try to kind of be doing things. Proactivity, like I said. And remember that you're taking care of yourself, and that's a good thing. So, okay, that's it. The end. See you next time at the beginning.